bother you guys. Sure is pretty up here. This is a nice view to have from your backyard, I tell you. No sign of civilization anywhere. Except maybe over there. Uh-huh. That's my house, guys. That's where I live. Little hobbit hole in the hill. This is one of those gigantic sentinel pines you can see from miles off. And it's a really nice workout in the morning. Climbing all the way up that. But I like to come up here and sit during sunset. Super pretty. Here on the other side of the tree you can see that other little hobbit hole down there. Here's mine. I might be moving down into that one soon. It's pretty cozy, just dug into the hillside like that. Keeps it warm in there. But it's so empty out here. It's not empty, it's full of nature. There are no people anywhere. Well, there are people out there, but you can't hear anything but the sound of the wind in the trees. Maybe a bit of snow falling. No traffic. Guys, I think he's here. He's just sitting right over there, curled up in the bushes. There he is. It's the local porcupine, right next to our obstacle course. There's the climbing rope. This big pine tree is where he lives. He's got some nests up there. Our obstacle course is back there, but we're gonna go say hi to the porcupine. He's kind of a pest around here because he eats the trees, so I wouldn't mind if we scared him off. Except that he's cool. Curled up in a little ball sitting there. Oh wait. Alright, we gotta see if he moves. He's not moving. I'm standing 6 feet away from him talking to the camera and he's not moving. Is he asleep? He can't be asleep. Hey buddy, show your face. I know the people in the YouTubes want me to poke you, porcupine. Can I poke you? Or what am I poking with? I think I have my hat in my pocket. See if we can get some quills. Okay. Did we get any? No quills. One more try. Sorry to bother you guys. I'm walking off now. Did not get any quills that time. Disappointing. I hope he sticks around. I didn't scare him off too much. He's kind of a pain because he's going to eat all the trees and he might come in and eat the fruit trees, but if he doesn't do that, it's really cool to have him around. I hope he sticks around near our obstacle course. But I'm going to leave him be for today. Next time I won't bother him. So I came back the next day to check if the porcupine was still there, because I didn't want to scare him off. It's nice having him around, you know. So I came back to the spot where he was, and I didn't see him. There's a place where he was sleeping yesterday, and I snuck up on him and we had a ferocious porcupine battle. But he went over here and he climbed up this little tree. I thought, well, he can't have gone too far. I'll follow his tracks, and you know, how far can a porcupine go? There are his tracks. You go doot 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 to the base of that tree, and then the end. And there's old Porky. He's right there. He's in a tree 3 feet away from where I left him yesterday. 24 hours later, and he's moved 3 feet. You are the laziest animal I've ever met. No wonder they can stay warm just eating trees. They don't do anything. But I'm glad he's not gone. Oh look, he's eating that tree branch. He doesn't even care about me. I bet I didn't even bother him yesterday. I just slightly annoyed him a little bit. Wow. He's chewing. Smile for the camera, Porky. I better name him something else, so I'm going to start calling him Porky. Jack. Jack the porcupine. You keep eating your tree, Jack. It's kind of unnerving that the strongest point of the ice is in the middle, so you can't just hug the edge. You think I could walk on that?
I think you could make it if you're skilled and lucky. I think you could make it across.
What if I was just fast?
No, you're gonna get wet then.
It's like a boat. So, it's not even cracking here. This feels really strong. I don't know what you did wrong, Brett, but this is fine.
What I did wrong was I gained 20 pounds.
Actually, that spot over there was really raised up from the level of the water. And this spot, not as much. So you broke in over there, and then it sort of just cracked this spot.
Yeah, so that's where I broke in here. You can almost still see my footprints there.
What if I walk on this side? Oh, that feels weak. Wow.
There it is.
What if I walk on this side?
I think you gotta do like the hot coals approach and just run.
I thought you said I'd get wet that way.
Yeah, I want to get that on film.
Now both shoes are wet. Great.
Okay, well, I don't know if you're gonna make this.
I don't feel like doing the hot coals approach because as soon as I take off, the ice under me is gonna crack.
Yeah.
I'm going back this way.
Okay. Well, we tried.
One of us tried. So here's that gigantic pine tree that I climbed yesterday. I like to climb this just about every day. It's really nice up there. Great view of the surrounding countryside. Tallest tree in the area. You can go check out the little houses. This here is the root cellar. It's mostly just a bunch of tools stored in there, but I'm using it as a refrigerator since it doesn't really get below freezing. Just the right temperature. And over here is the hobbit hole. It's really dug into the hillside here. You can walk right on top of it and just sled off the roof if you want to. Really helps insulate it a whole lot. We'll go inside. She's a single story. 1 bedroom, no bath. No kitchen, no living room. 1 bedroom. Cozy in here though. Big windows let in a lot of sunlight. And this place can get really warm when the sun is shining. I almost forgot to show you the best part about living here. Watch this. The greatest thing on this whole piece of property my throne of ice. Lovely. There's a reason I didn't complain about using a hole in the ground. There are worse alternatives. There you go.
Oh man, I'm doing it.
You're hanging.
Yeah, yes.
Dusk has fallen, and it seemed like a good time for reflection. I'm not going to show you this hut. It looks exactly like the other one, only much more chaotic. You're not missing much. I went home for Christmas. That was fun. Felt like a lot longer than 3 weeks. We did so much. My dad and I went to Nevada, visited grandparents and cousins. It was sort of an experiment for me. I didn't really set any limits on my activities based on the things that I've been doing here. I kind of just wanted to see whether I would naturally gravitate back to my old habits or not. I did try playing video games once. Just once. It had no appeal. Apparently, after you break the habit, there's not really anything keeping you there anymore. That's good to know. I do feel that I spent much more time mindlessly browsing the internet than I should have. And I'm in a good position to know that, because since I came back here, it's very easy to tell which things are important to me and which things I just do out of habit or out of a search for instant gratification. I can just think back to the things that I'm missing from home, and that's my test. That's how I know what things are important. Very useful. Anyway, Facebook isn't important. I don't miss it a bit. So, I don't think I'm going to spend much time on Facebook anymore when I get home. I put no restrictions on my diet when I was at home. I ate as much candy and Christmas cookies and chocolate as I wanted. And the weird thing is, it didn't feel special after coming out of the woods and eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day. It just felt completely normal to be eating candy and ice cream. Not normal like I do it every day. More normal like it's not super significant to me. Yeah, those things taste good, but nothing more than that. When you're living in the woods, you can sort of idolize foods that aren't available to you and make them seem bigger than they are. But now I'm able to realize that they're just foods. They're not important. And I don't have any need to miss them. One life improvement that this program has given me is the peace of mind to do nothing when I don't want to do something. Oftentimes, when I had a full day of work ahead of me, I would find myself going from job to job and getting tired, progressively more tired of each job, until finally I just didn't want to work at all, and having nothing better to do, seemingly, I would go play on the computer or something for hours. Now I realize that's not necessary. All I have to do when I don't want to do something is do nothing. When I got burned out from being activity focused and going from thing to thing, I would just sit in the living room, watch the fire, look out the window at the mountains. That's it. I would just sit there for a while. I wasn't meditating or anything, but it's a good way to calm the mind down. Remind yourself that you're not living this life so that you can do jobs and activities. Jobs and activities are just trying to improve your life, but if you're just doing only those, you might be letting some things slip by. Then after I'd sat there for 5 or 10 minutes, suddenly I would feel like doing the next activity without having to force myself. Because once you've calmed your mind down, a lot of activities are more interesting than doing nothing. I wonder who watches these videos. I know my parents watch them, but beyond that, I really have no idea who's out there beyond the people who make comments on YouTube. I'm honored that you're willing to spend 20 minutes of your time paying attention to my experience, and I'm glad that you're able to get some benefit from it. I'm trying to think of ways that I can progress these videos beyond just me sitting and talking to a camera. I'm hoping to get more things like shots of animals and the kinds of adventures I have out in the woods. But if you have any suggestions for how I could improve these videos, do feel free to make a comment and let me know what to do. I'm out here for 11 months, man. Well, 10 months if you count Christmas vacation. 10 months is a long time, and it's really hard to think about if you think ahead every day until middle of summer. So I don't think ahead, I just go day by day. Just wake up, fulfill one day's activities, and go to bed and do it again. Seems much more relaxing that way. I wonder how that porcupine was able to sit in one tree all day, walk to the ground, walk 3 feet over, climb the next tree, and sit there until I arrived. He moved 3 feet in the 24 hours since I last saw him. How is he able to do that? Is it just that his mind is simpler than our minds, that he's not able to get bored doing nothing but eat trees? Or is it something about the lifestyle of doing nothing that anybody could do it? Could I sit in a tree for 24 hours if I had done that my whole life and not get bored? We did an orienteering course yesterday. I enjoyed that a lot. I've done simulated orienteering on small pieces of property, but I've never attempted to go cross-country for a long distance. We traveled about 1.3 miles as the crow flies, or so says our map, but it felt much longer than that. Some places the snow was knee-deep. We didn't have snowshoes because we're too tough for that. And going around all those trees and through swamps can be tricky. It took us probably 2 hours to make that walk, but it was very enjoyable. After a while it didn't feel like orienteering, and it felt more like just a walk through the forest. If you stop to think about it any time that you're on that trail, then you realize there is no trail. The only reason you're out here in the middle of the forest is this little piece of plastic you're holding in your hand. Other than that, there's no possible way you could have gotten to that exact spot. It's weird to think about if you didn't have that. Why would you be standing in that exact spot without a trail or a sign or a landmark to be seen? But we came out exactly where I'd planned to, which was very good. Well, those are all my musings for tonight. Write your own thoughts down in the comments section.
So you shot us just a little bit north of our goal, and we went about one and a half miles through the woods. Really tangled stuff, not easy to set a bearing.
Woods and swamps and all sorts of things.
We just hit our road and exactly on target.
Car-ho!
There's our goal, and you hit us just north of that. Well done. That was awesome.
I'm gonna celebrate with some beef jerky.
It looks like George has a good reward for you.
Hot air.
All right. Enjoy.
My feet are real.
They're sticking in the thing.
Yeah.
Not so bad.
That may be the fastest I've seen. Fastest cold shock already. So that's what the
Am I
mentality
done then?
is. You want to put your head under like Brett did. Yeah. All right, let's start a fire.
I guess if you want to talk about stupid ideas, I wonder why we're here.
Far past stupid already, right?
I'm getting it wet with my hands. I need a towel in my plastic bag to dry my hands off. Look at that, it's soaked now.
Oh, that's nice.
See, I saw when Brett did it, he did the fire twice, which means that doing it once should be easy. Oh, you can't tell that it's burning in this light. It's so bright out.
Yeah.
Oh man. I've never built a fire in direct sunlight before. You can't even tell that it's burning. Oh, this is good. Thought the wood was too wet at first. Or the grass was too wet.
Hands and feet okay?
Hands and feet are fine. I wasn't expecting to be dealing with wet materials here.
No.
Okay, I lost it. Take two.
Okay.
Probably burning my hair off again. Oh, it's wet, that's good. That's why you dip your head underwater.
Yes.
Unless you want a haircut.
I think you got it this time, yeah.
If I were hiking, I wouldn't consider this good though, because I built my fire out in the middle of the ice and I'm still standing in the snow. How am I supposed to warm up?
So in the woods would have been good, huh?
Yeah.
But
Does that qualify?
for this challenge, you did it.
Ah, yeah.
Right on.